Welcome everybody. In this webinar, we're going to cover learning how virtual tours and Google Street View can expand your photography business. My name is Amir Frank. I am the content manager here at Matterport. With me today are three amazing contributors who have tremendously helped with the making of this webinar.
My name is Mac Frederick. We're based here in Philadelphia. The company's Momentum Digital. That's sort of the parent company. Started in 2015. And our sister company, Momentum 360, focuses on content and property marketing, specifically using the virtual tours. So we'll do like the Google Street View tours, but we mainly use Matterport for all of our services and projects with Momentum 360. That company specifically has been around 3 years, since 2017. We're a small company, still growing, only 3 years into the virtual tour business, but there's 6 of us, all together with sales, photographers, management, and we've done around 200 or 250 virtual tours by now. So excited to be here and happy to grow.
I just wanted to dive a little bit deeper into your business as a photographer. When did you discover Matterport and integrate that into your service offering?
I was with Google back in 2015 and started hearing about the Google Street Photography. And so I started my marketing agency called Momentum Digital in 2015. Probably a year and a half in, I started talking to my friend who was a photographer and started telling him how he could become a Google trusted photographer and how we had some initial needs from some retail and restaurants that were looking to get some photography. And I learned more about what Google Street View could do and publishing that to Google to rank some of them higher on Google within the map pack. And so then in early 2017, we learned about Matterport. And then we got our first Matterport camera just because it was quicker and easier to use without having to use an additional stitching platform on the back end of the panos. And I think we use Go Through Media initially for the stitching. And then, we were paying a subscription fee to them. But then we got our first Matterport camera, started shooting a lot of locations and started pitching it a lot because it mostly at that time was focused around real estate, and I had some real estate connections as well. And then since then, it's been a service offering of ours, but we haven't focused on it nearly as much. But due to the crisis, we've been focusing on it a lot more because we're getting a lot more direct outreach for, virtual tours, specifically with Matterport.
That's great to hear, Mac. Thanks so much for that. You mentioned the other system you used being a bit more complicated. Was there any other reason you chose Matterport?
We were using the DLSR and the panos and stitching it with Go Through, and it was just kind of labor intensive, and it was harder to train and sort of replicate that to create better systems and operations. And then I'm not really sure how we learned about Matterport, whether it was direct outreach on your part or just some basic research on ours. But once I saw the level of professionalism and how easy it was to use and implement, and then the marketing features on the back end, specifically with the embed codes, the integration with the MLS for real estate, the matter tags for having links within the tour. Learning those things early on in 2017 allowed us to see the potential and the opportunities using Matterport as an all-in-one component. The only limitation I saw at that time when I first got started was it didn't integrate directly with Google Street View. But within a few months, I think it was within 6 months, we learned about that integration, and that was sort of a game changer for us and how easy it was to use that feature.
That's great. I'm really glad to hear that you're able to take advantage of those assets. Have you found that there's a specific industry with higher demand for virtual tours and GSV?
Every business, if you're a small business owner, you definitely want to show off your business, especially if it's beautiful or, it's something that's worth showing off. More specifically within industries and certain verticals, Joe was saying car dealerships, that's very popular. Also retail, such as just retail shopping stores, jewelry stores, boutiques, clothing stores. And then I would say restaurants as well is getting more popular, especially if you're able to integrate a matter tag with their menu or a link to their website or their Yelp. There's cool integrations Matterport has, but these businesses aren't requesting Google Street View versus Matterport. They're saying, oh, I heard about virtual tours or 3D photography. Tell me more about that. How can I use it?
I wanted to ask you how you pitch the importance of GSV to your clients.
Well, yeah, no, going off that exactly, it is that added benefit to make you stand out above your competition. When it comes down to local SEO, these location-based small or retail businesses doing everything they can using their Google My Business account, which is like their Google Places or Google Local account. That's what's going to have them rank above their competition on Google Maps. So you just say, do you want to get more traffic and customers from Google? Do you also search for businesses like yours on Google? If so, if you just follow these core principles that Google lays out, you're going to rank above your competition and get more phone calls and more business. And I have another business that I run where I own 4 retail locations for like computer and phone repair shops throughout the city. And literally 70% of all my business and revenue comes from local SEO. People searching locally, we show up at the top, they call us, they come in. And all of my locations, have a Google Street View tour, but you also do X, Y, and Z with that Google My Business account, such as doing Google posts, getting more reviews, responding to reviews, adding more pictures and videos and everything you can. All these key data points are what Google cares about to rank you above the competition. So it's a lot to explain, but you just have to explain it in really simple terms.
That is really impressive that 70% of your business comes from Google My Business. And to know that something like GSV can only improve that by improving your business listings SEO is actually really impressive, and I think speaks volumes for GSV. I think that pretty much sums it up. And again, a huge thank you to all 3 of you.